everyone, and welcome back to the Lion's Lair, beneath the Lion's Den in the Catacombs, where I have just recently done up a few of my ENIGMA color-coded airplanes, US airplanes to be more specific, and I'm going to share them with you in just a short, brief video. So, once again, with so many units in this game, I've decided to color code a lot of units, planes, tanks, and even ships as well, right? But you can see right here, if you don't recognize the sculpt, this is from Historical Board Gaming, and this is the P-40 Warhawk. Painted green so that you can see, but also with the green bead down here to give her that color-coded, stylized uniqueness to that. And what I use for that green is the X28 Park Green from Miami. It's one of my favorite paints to put on there. And on top of that, what I do to coat some of these planes, I will use this gloss coat, and I'll usually put a brush on there. But what I find is that the brush hardens over time with that gloss coat, so I usually leave it sit in the X20 thinner. So whenever I take it out, then the brush is all nice and pliable, and then I can actually put that gloss coat on there. So just a few helpful tricks for you guys. And then you get some very nice products. Right here we have the B36 Peacemaker, and I've painted it purple with this X16 purple from the same manufacturer. And you can see here I've glossed it too so the decals don't fade off. Very simple design, nothing too crazy. You know, just painted the purple engines, and same in the back there, and kind of painted that tall fin. And I think it's just a nice balance of beauty, realism, and also just immediately know what that is, especially if you know your airplanes, which this obviously is the B36. And once again, from Historical Board Gaming. Definitely I like using that as one of several different sculpts for my heavy bombers, but we'll show those in a later film. Over here we have the B26 Marauder with the X6 orange, and I painted this obviously in silver paint, and then I coated it here. Some of this stuff is still drying, but I figured I'd show it to you right now and go with the overall look there. But turned out really good. The Marauders are interesting because I think they were possibly used more in the European theater, but you can definitely check that out. Very cool. Probably going to be a new favorite medium bomber of mine. But on the other side, over here, we have the B-25s, the classic medium bomber. And this is, you can tell, very detailed sculpt from Historical Board Gaming. This is a 3D printed piece, and turned out really good. Just with that nice silver color, and the gloss coat just protects everything, protects the paint from flaking off. And I painted the vertical tail fins there, a nice orange, as well as the end tips of the main wings, and the gunnery turned as well up there. So yeah, turned out really, really good. Over here we have a P-50 Shooting Star. Oof, I might have to double check that. I'm sure somebody can correct me in the comments there. But very cool as my first gen US jet. They also had the P-58. I think it was the P-58. Also as another variant sculpt. But I like this because it just looks like a jet fighter. And I painted it with the metallic X-35, right? So just nice, simple design. Just paint a few simple points on there. Turned out really good. And of course you have the beads down there. And last but not least, we have, I believe it's the X-47 Moonbat. Cool little different 2-engine sculpt. A little bit bigger and more stockier. It was a prototype fighter that never saw the light of day, but you know what? It's a cool little variant if you want to put this to your U.S. Army Air Force. That's why I kind of painted in that green color. And yeah, use it in perhaps the later war if you have some Army base fighters you want. This is definitely a very cool variant. And once again, you can pick that up at historical board gaming. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll be sharing more with you soon on the Enigma channel. Take care, everyone. Stay classy.